But if I missed out on Genty, I would feel very happy making Omarion Hampton the Jahmyr Gibbs of this draft, taking him at 12, right in those mid-teens, and expecting him to become a highly explosive runner for me with true 3-down potential. So the Cowboys last year, 4 yards per carry, third worst in football, negative 0.14 EPA per carry, fourth worst in football. They have to invest in the running game, and Omarion Hampton represents an excellent investment.
They had 6 rushing touchdowns last
Bad.
season. A reminder that they play 17 games. Also a reminder, it is your birthday. And real quick, how does it feel that you can finally rent a car without your parents signing off on it, Ben?
I still have to pay the premiums for being too.
Mel Kiper Jr.'s latest mock came out today, and it's got some surprises. The first pick, not a surprise. He has the Titans taking Miami's Cam Ward with the first overall selection. The Giants also get their franchise quarterback with the third pick, Colorado's Shedeur Sanders. Mel Kiper Jr. and senior NFL insider Adam Schefter join us now. Mel, we're 37 days away from the draft. If the Giants sign a veteran quarterback, how would that factor into taking Shedeur Sanders with a third overall pick?
I won't factor in at all. Shedeur Sanders, I think, would need that bridge quarterback to be in place, but I think it's a great fit overall for what Shedeur brings to the table, dealing with pressure, expectations, the big city, the bright lights, and all of a sudden New York would have their quarterback that they can roll forward with in that division with all those quarterbacks. Of course, Jayden Daniels, an emerging superstar. So for Shedeur Sanders and Jalen Hurts winning a Super Bowl and Dak Prescott. So for Shedeur Sanders, protect him, get that offensive line passer who can move enough to keep defenses honest, and he can get a first down on 3rd and 7 with his legs. So for me, you can win with Shedeur Sanders. The skill set's there, even though he doesn't have the explosive arm or the 4.6 speed. This is a guy with Peyton Manning and Tom Brady and late great Johnny Unitas and other quarterbacks have done it that way. He will do it the exact same way, Adam.
Mel, Jameis Winston visited with the Giants today. Joe Flacco and Russell Wilson visited with the Giants last week. We know the Giants would love to find a way to bring Aaron Rodgers back to New York. But the fact of the matter is right now, Tommy DeVito is the only quarterback that they have under contract. I don't care which of these veteran quarterbacks they wind up signing. A quarterback still is absolutely in play. I would imagine the Giants are going to try to trade up to 1 to see if there's a way to get Cam Ward. If they don't, they'll certainly sit at 3, and there's a real possibility they'll have the chance to draft Shedeur Sanders. Last year, the Giants tried to trade up to the 3rd spot, and there's a real possibility they're going to have a chance to get a quarterback right here. But one way or another, in the weeks to come, the Giants are going to be adding multiple
quarterbacks. Before the Giants at 3 mil, you have the Browns at number 2 taking pass rusher Abdul Carter. They need a quarterback. They already have Myles Garrett giving them that big contract a couple weeks ago. Why take Carter over your number 1 rated quarterback in Sanders?
Well, he's number 1 on a lot of boards. Abdul Carter is, and you had him opposite Garrett. They haven't had that ability to get after the quarterback with 2 great pass rushers in a conference with a lot of great quarterbacks in a division with Lamar and Burrow. So for a guy like Abdul Carter, he plays the run real well, he hustles, he attacks, he never stops coming. And they unleashed him off the edge this year, and his numbers went through the roof. Tackles for loss and sacks. So for Cleveland, I get it. Shedeur Sanders will be there. But I keep hearing from everybody, it's 2 as well, but I keep hearing, and I don't know if it's going to ring true, that this is too high for Shedeur. But I do think at 3, I'd be really surprised if the Giants didn't grab him. But at 2, I'm going with arguably the best player in the draft in Abdul Carter.
Mel, here's the great part. You're going to get the Browns pick right because so far in your 3 previous mock drafts, you had Abdul Carter, Travis Hunter, and Cam Ward all going to Cleveland. And there's still time for more mock drafts so you can get Shedeur Sanders, therefore assuring the fact that you will have the Cleveland Browns selection. We don't know which draft it'll be from, but you will have the Browns selection in April when they make it. And the fact of the matter is, Andrew Berry, their general manager, has done an awful lot of work into Shedeur Sanders. Now, that doesn't mean that they're going to take him at all because I think this organization is enamored with Travis Hunter as well. They're going to get a great player. The question is whether or not they're going to be aggressive enough, bold enough to go Shedeur Sanders at 2 if they can't get up to Tennessee's spot at number 1. And right now, everybody is expecting Cam Ward to be the first overall selection. And I see you got that pick right there, Mel. So that's very good. You're all over that one as well. And then the draft will pivot at 2 with Cleveland. But again, right now, there are quarterback questions in Cleveland. Right now, they're planning to start Kenny Pickett, who they acquired in a trade from the Philadelphia Eagles, but that will not be the last quarterback move that this team makes in the weeks leading up to the draft, whether they sign another free agent and or draft a rookie on the first or second day.
By the way, Schefter having a lot of fun with our guy Mel Kiper Jr. We want everybody to know, though, these mocks are not the picks that Mel would select. It's what he's hearing around the league, and they continue to be updated. Yes.
One thing for Adam, don't dodge my calls in early April, pal. I'm going to need you, okay?
All right, Schefter, thank you so much. You know, Mel's coming back with a surprise. We saw it in the graphic, a surprise top 10 pick with another quarterback. We're going to talk about that later on SportsCenter.
On SportsCenter, Mel Kiper's latest mock draft dropped today, and there are 4 wideouts going in round 1.
Fantastic pick, too. You would love this pick for the Broncos at 20. The Broncos going with Teteroa McMillan, who would bring a big play element to Sean Payton's offense. His 33 catches on 20-yard throws led the FBS over his 3 seasons at Arizona.
Let's stay in the AFC West. We know Justin Herbert needs some help. With the Chargers, they've got Matthew Golden at 22. Texas speedster clocked a 4.29 40-yard dash at the Combine, which was fastest among wideouts and second fastest among all players.
And the very next pick, the Packers selecting Emeka Egbuka, who is Ohio State's all-time leader in catches. He would be the 5th Buckeyes wide receiver in 4 years to go in the first round. NFL analyst Ben Solak with us on his birthday.
Happy birthday, Ben.
Celebrating his 21st one. Cannot wait. Ben, when you see that list, when you see the list, what jumps out to you specifically with the wide receivers in Mel Kiper's mock?
McMillan and the Broncos, for sure. McMillan's been viewed more as like a top 10 guy, but is falling in the process because he ran high 4.5s at his pro day. But the thing about big receivers is that they don't run very fast, right? D. Higgins, 6'4", 218, 4.54, 40-yard dash. Ain't stopped that man from signing a big extension. Drake London went 10th overall, never ran, and he was going to run high 4.5s as well. Even Cortland Sutton, McMillan's hypothetical teammate, 6'4", 218, ran in the mid 4.5s. Both McMillan and Sutton fill similar roles, but I like that for the Broncos. Bo Nix needs those ball-winning receivers, those physical receivers reliable on third and medium. And remember, Sutton's 30 years old and only has 1 year left on his current deal. So if things go haywire and he plays poorly, or it goes great and he prices himself out, McMillan can step into that role should Sutton not be a Bronco in 2026. Love the pick.
Chào tất cả mọi người đã quay trở lại với kênh của mình, nên mình sẽ tiếp tục hướng dẫn các bạn làm vòng. Vòng hôm nay của mình sẽ có tiêu đề là cây dâu. Mọi người, hôm nay vòng của mình sẽ có tiêu đề là nho tím. Bây giờ mình bắt đầu làm nhé.